William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
Go on.
Go on, come on, where?
Go where? Tudor Park. We're going to Tudor Park.
Where is the car?
We're going to Tudor Park. Come on, we'll walk.
I'm not walking.
Come on, do us good. It's only Kent. It won't take long.
It might do you good. I'm a finely tuned athlete. I'm honed. I'm ripped. I don't need the extra exercise.
You're always saying I do. So let's go. We can walk.
But I want the car.
I sold it.
Sold it?
Yeah, sold
it.
It. Doesn't matter.
For how much?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. It matters to me.
Let's go. Come on. Listen, I'll give you a tenner. Extra tenner.
All right.
For the past couple of years, the Championship of Kent has produced some of the best golf on the Trilby Tour. Will a second year back at terrific Tudor Park offer the opportunity for more magnificent golf, or will the play be decidedly below par? Coming up on the show, we enjoy all the highs and lows, the to's and fro's of the day in regular play. Then the best 4 players play off over 3 holes to determine who will be champion of Kent. And it's time to run for cover as balls fly everywhere in this week's Rogues Gallery. As usual, William Hunt will be taunting the players on the first tee, but now, here's your host, ready for anything, Rob Lee.
Thank you, Mac. Yes, we're at Tudor Park for the Championship of Kent. Pretty low scoring generally around here. The players turn up knowing they've got to go really well. Just over 6,000 yards. Donald Steele design, and William is busy again with Chris Dyson, former world champion on the first.
Chris, great to see you back.
It's great to be back, Will.
World champion 2010.
Yeah.
That was a fine moment for you, wasn't
it? It was a great moment, and although I'm getting older, I can just about remember it.
You're looking very fit.
Yeah, I've you know, well, I remember when I won it, I was a bit big, and HD widescreen TV got me motivated.
Well, I try and get them to spaghetti western us, but they never do it. But you're a magnificent golfer. You've not quite recovered that form, though, have you yet?
No, I have to say my game's suffering a bit. Work's getting in the way, and you know, try my best to hold it down in single figures and try and stay Cat 1. But you know, it's been a tough year. I haven't got out and played as much as I'd like, so I'll do my best. It's a tough little track out there.
Fancy yourself today?
I think, to be honest, it's going to be an interesting course. As I say, if you keep it straight and you keep it in play, I think everyone's got a chance.
Yeah.
But they're small little greens. They've got them fast.
They are tiny.
And you know, you've got to have a bit of luck. Yeah. And you know, hopefully today I'll be lucky. I had a practice round yesterday and I certainly wasn't lucky. So hopefully I've saved it for today.
Well, Chris won the world champs 5 years ago. That time's gone quickly. Plays at Goodwood. And a little iron for safety off the first. Draw from right to left, finding its way onto the fairway. Oh no, just nudging into the rough, but fine.
Our first time on the Trilby Tour.
Yes.
And what's the preparation been like?
I'm expecting to be winner.
Oh, good man.
Yeah.
Good man. What's going to be your tactic if you're going to be lifting that trophy at the end of the day?
Aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah. I like your style. I like this way of talking. And driving strong, putting strong, or just everything?
Yeah, driving.
Yeah.
Take a risk.
Okay. And you know the course?
I played once 2 weeks ago.
And you're happy that you've got everything down?
I'm fine. Very good course. So quite tough, narrow.
Yeah. So the big question is, am I looking at the winner today?
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue with Ildar. He plays at Ealing Golf Club. Quite a tricky track that as well in his first Trilby tour. 11 handicap. Oh, good swing. Not a great result, has to be said.
Sean, we saw you at Old Thorns a few years ago. 28 points, nothing to brag about.
No.
This is your club, your course. I'm told you're the man around here.
I don't know who's been lying to you, William, but quite confident, been playing well. It's just if you can handle the nerves on the day, we'll see how we get on.
Give us a few characteristics of the course that people are going to watch out for.
Got to keep it straight round here. A lot of trees, I've seen most of them.
Yes.
Bit of water on
Damaged a few of them.
Yeah, damaged a few of them. Par 3 is really important around here. Really easy to make a big score.
Now, again, you're a popular guy here, and then if you make that top 4 today, you're going to have big support. How will that feel, having a big crowd round watching you play?
If I get in the top 4, I don't mind if nobody's there watching me. Just be really good to get there, but we'll give it a go, see how we get on.
Well, local boy, Sean, looks a little edgy, doesn't he? Iron. Shot he's hit a million times off the first. Not like that. Down the other side. That's the 9th coming back up.
Aaron, you've got your dad on the bag again today. It's not worked so far.
Rome wasn't built in a day, that's all I can say. We'll see what happens. We'll try not to argue. But yeah, we're better than we have been recently, so we'll just see if it carries on.
Now, last week we saw you relinquish your title of Champion of Wales to Paul Rocky Llewellyn. How did that feel?
Not great, no. Not considering I was playing with him as well.
Yeah. He played magnificently, didn't he?
He did. He played solid all the way around.
Yeah.
Played a great game and played well in the playoff too. So
is that going to inspire you? Is going to give you some inspiration?
Yeah, it is. He's won quite a few now, and
more than anyone.
Exactly. So it's quite nice to have someone to look up to and kind of go towards. So.
Well, a former champion at St Pierre, Wales. Not taking an iron, fairway wood. A lot of confidence. That one not finding the fairway either. Very much downhill the first hole. Tudor Park. Out on to the golf course. We catch up with Zakharov. Tee shot at the 7th. 7 points so far for the big fella. And that green very receptive, pulling up a long way short at the front. Almost through 18 holes. Chris Dyson.
Great shot.
Stay there. It's pretty good. Into that corner where the flag's cut. Very makeable. Sean McKenna's 20-point total won't be good enough unless he has an unbelievable finish. And I think it's safe to say it's not going to happen. That was his second to 16. Start hard, 31 points, chances. Tee shot at 17 to par 3. Birdie finish would be good. 6 points from here, it'd be pretty tasty. Be a tremendous birdie. Unbelievable birdie, in fact. Zakharov with his own putting style and plumb bobbing. I wonder if he knows what to do with that off 11 handicap. Let's see if it works. Done all the maths and the trigonometry and the hyperbolics. Just line, trajectory, pace, touch. That's all that's required. He's read it as a left to righter. Pilot error, that one. Little bit out. Dyson, can he finish it off at 15? Well, he can, but in the end, 30 points did not qualify Chris Dyson. That was certainly one of the highlights of the round. Here we go again. Zakharov persisting with the plumb bob method. Now the putting stroke looks good. Nice Y there with the forearms and the putter shaft. Keep that all in check and swing it back and through. Rock of the shoulders. In the end, 24 points did not qualify, but there is a future for him, I think, if they're looking for a new Bond baddie in the film that follows Spectre. Back to the 16th, and McKenna's third at the par 4. Now just pop this one up in the air and let it release down the green. Hasn't he played that well? Deceptively slopey greens at Tudor Park. Now we saw Studdard stymied at 17 behind the trees. Needs a big finish. He managed to have a line to the hole. That wasn't bad, but it came out of there very fiery. Long, long par putt to come for Studdard. His chance is ebbing away by the shot. McKenna's par putt at 16. He knew that was short, this being his course. DNQ 25. He'll be in for the steward's inquiry with the members. We backed you. You lost us money. Par for Studdard if he makes this 40-footer. Try, very good try. Tee shot to blame. Good rally at the last, 34 points. So leading in the clubhouse at this stage, Aaron Studdard. Let's return to William, who's talking to the champion of Kent, Nick Francis.
Nick, champion of Kent.
Yep.
How did that feel?
Fantastic. I've loved it. It's gone so quick. The last year has been really, really good. Really enjoyed it.
Like a local celebrity?
Yeah, definitely. 100%, and I've enjoyed it. So it's good. But yeah, I've been playing quite well as well. Had a lot of practice, so I want to defend it. I'm playing reasonably well. Last year, obviously, you've won on your own course. You knew exactly what to do, knew exactly how to get it round. It was a fantastic day for you, wasn't it? It was. It was. It was. It was putting the ball in the right place. No big dog all the way around. And I think today is the same. There's no big scores up there at the moment. Yeah. And I think it's just steady golf. If I can do steady golf, I'll be there or thereabouts again. You want that playoff again today? Yeah. You want that definitely.
final?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. Definitely the final again.
Well, in his own words, he said, no big dog, that means the driver. What club's he got the first? The driver. Should have put the big dog back. I can hear it barking. Although, look at that, chasing down the 9th. Might turn out to be a beauty. We'll see you second when we come back.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to Tudor Park. We're looking for the 2015 Trilby Tour champion of Kent. Aaron Studdard is the best of the day in the clubhouse with 34 points. So not a very low scoring day in terms of under par. See if the afternoon players can make hay while the sun flicks in and out. Francis, 27 points at the 17th. Defending champion. And that's a shot with some local knowledge involved. One more firm bounce required. On the front 9, Bradley McAvoy, 5 handicapper from Dunstable Downs Golf Club, first Trilby Tour event. Oh no, sit. That's a long way past the flag and a long way down below the level of the green. Into the back 9 now for Blackford. Craig, that is. And that, amazingly, has ended up on the green. 13th for Bradley Hyde. Oh, he's left himself with a shot here. Oh, and he's taken full advantage. Good approach for Bradley. 4 handicapper. Plays at Three Rivers Golf Club. Coming to the end for the defending champion. Second at 17 from the fringe. Gave it a go. A really good go. Now, what about McAvoy's shot up the hill, back to the flag at 7. Lob shot, which was not quite lobbed enough. Still not on the green in 2. Blackford's birdie putt at the 11th. Good going through 10 holes. Go on. Oh, absolutely robbed. 22 points over 12 holes for Hyde. Nearly with the birdie putt. Good read, left to right. Par putt for Francis. Quick fire to the 17th green. Crowd following him round. 31 points did not qualify. Gutted, the defending champion. Third of Bradley McAvoy. Still working his way back to the flag at 7. Had the flag out there, very confident with the chip shot. Might be turning that into a 5. Now Blackford's going well. 25 points through 12 holes, so he's in the red. Trying to finish this round off nicely. Finding the targets, fairways and greens. That's the story at Tudor Park. 17th hole for Mark Nicholls. He plays at Reigate Hill Golf Club. And quite a bit of hill here at Tudor Park as well. That's a tremendous shot to the par 3 17th. Look at this, getting better and better and better. McAvoy still on the 7th. This now his 4th shot, the par 3. Great putt. Avoided the double bogey. Tree trouble for Hyde at the 15th. 26 points. Smart finish now, be handy. Nobody really tearing it up at all. Saw the brilliant tee shot of Mark Nicholls. Can he knock this in? What a 2 that is. At the right time. In the end, 34 points, tying Aaron Stuttard as the joint clubhouse leader. Let's have a light refreshment and wait and see what comes in. Blackford for the birdie at the 13th. Cruising at the minute. Come on. What a line he's picked. What a line he picked there. 34 points though. Didn't finish it off well. Blow up. Tied in the clubhouse. First sighting of John Dewberry, left-hander. Plays in Hertfordshire, Brooklands Park Golf Club. 2nd to 14. Trying to worm its way down the hill, but that's what he's got left. Bradley Hyde at 15 from the bunker. Kick down, spin. Just like a pro. Turn pro, in fact. 34 points. They're ganging up on that score in the house. Bradley Hyde in with a chance. 20 points for McAvoy. At the 13th, he is. Bradley. Nicely done. Green's in very good condition at Tudor Park. All the players have said so. Now we saw Dewberry come up short left of the green. The lefty. Looking for a Phil Mickelson up and down. Well, he got the Phil Mickelson spin, didn't he? Too much. McAvoy. Birdie putt at 13. Go on. Yes. 34 points. Another player, the 5 handicapper, joins the ever-growing group as the best of the day so far. Dewberry's birdie at the par 5 14th. After getting too much spin with his 3rd. Just a little tentative. Fast down the hill. At last, somebody's got to 35 points. And it's the left-hander, John Dewberry. Okay, time to take a break from the golf now and catch up with James Ibbotson, the Director of Golf at Tudor Park, about the return of the Trilby Tour.
I mean, it's fantastic for us. It's really good to see so many members getting behind it. I think we've got 12 members playing in the actual event today, which is fantastic. Last year, obviously I wasn't here, but there was 3 of the 4 in the playoff, so it's fantastic. Creates a huge buzz. Obviously, a lot of people congregating around the scoreboard, making sure that they're supporting the friends and whatever. So it's fantastic. Really good for the venue. Standard Parkland golf course. If you look at the scorecard, you wouldn't think it was overly challenging. Not too long by modern standards, but what it lacks in length, it certainly makes up for in its sort of tricky little fairways, undulating greens, quite small targets. Typical sort of Donald Steele design, really.
And the players have found the targets quite small. That's why no one's shredding it. It's 26 points for Craig Smith. 13 handicap, managing his game really well. Just stay there, almost went in the bunker. It's not. Greg Rowe, halfway round. 10 points so far. And this to the 9th. From West Kent Golf Club, plays off of 6. Stay, stay, stay. Got to play this golf course from the fairways. So tough from the rough. No rough problems for Jeff Harvey. First Trilby Tour event for the 53-year-old, and this one is a fine approach. More of the same, please. The fourth shot now from Smith, the fringe at 13. It's just eked its way by. One of those horrid ones. Horrible little one. 15th hole. Long par 4 for Wolford. He's got a wood here. Scott plays off of 12. And that's trying its very best. I think just last knockings it's dropped back into the bunker. Smith's bogey putt. Shame because he's going really well. Oh, just about 35 points. 2 players on that score now. Craig Smith, top of the tree for the minute. Greg Rowe, approach at 9 was good, but a long way behind the 8 ball with 10 points to this point. However, that's going to help. 36 points. What a rally and a comeback. Greg Rowe. Stunning. New clubhouse leader. The good news for Wolford is it didn't drop in the bunker, so a little nifty chip and a putt with 30 points in the bag. Oh, stay. Just a little heavy-handed, that one. The excitement of maybe making the playoff or even better. 13 holes and 29 points reads pretty well. Can Jeff Harvey keep it going? Maybe so. 37 points. New clubhouse leader. So he's through the 4-man playoff. No doubt about that. Wolford with chances, but this is a par putt. 30 points at the minute. Oh, robbed. However, what a finish. 39 points. Despite that one shaving the hole. The best score of the day. So 3 already through the final. We've got to find one more from 2 out of Smith and Dewberry. And that was that approach from Dewberry that was good enough from 100 yards to put him through to the 4-man playoff. Commiserations to Craig Smith, but he makes the World Championship final. So the 4 men that make it through to the playoff: Scott Wolford, Jeff Harvey, Greg Rowe and John Dewberry. Smith joins Craig Blackford, Bradley Hyde, Bradley McAvoy, Mark Nichols and Aaron Stuttart. They all qualify for the World Championship final. And now it's time, of course, for Hunt's Hunch.
Oh, tough. I don't know any of these guys, do I really? Scott's local boy, Scott Wolford, local boy, and the Kent boys support their own. Jeff Harvey, very cool customer, really wants this, but I know nothing of him. Greg Rowe, very composed, knows the Trilby Tour, knows how to play it. John Dewberry, I think John will blow up. John looks the weakest of the 4, tough to call. I'll go on home support. I think Scott Wolford.
So stay with us, because after the break we have the playoff and we'll see if Hunt's hunch is once again correct.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
It's playoff time. 4 men, 3 holes to find the champion of Kent, and this is where the nerves kick in. This is where the crowd get excited, and this is where the players find out what they've really got. 3 holes to play, the 10th, the 11th and the 18th. And there are shots involved as well.
First to the tee, our top scorer on the day, Mr. Scott Wolford.
Scott Wolford, 41 years of age, Royal Tudor Park, handicap of 12. Amazing from start to finish. I've really got to thank my caddy, Max Good, who's the club champion here. He got me through it. Nervous coming home, but yeah, fortunately, everything went well. Hold a nice couple of putts, and yeah, delighted, absolutely delighted. More than I dreamed of this morning. So yeah, it's been a great day so far.
Well, first to play at the 10th hole, par 3. 177 yards. Scott gets a shot at the next hole, the 11th, and the last hole, the 18th. So par here would be good. And that's pretty woeful, actually.
Next to the tee, Mr. Jeffrey Harvey.
Hi, my name's Jeff Harvey. My age is 53. I play from the Oaks Golf Club in Carshalton, and I play off a handicap of 16. First time virgin to the Trilby Tour. Right, I've absolutely loved every minute of it. Worried about the traffic last night, come stayed at the hotel. Right, got up, had some breakfast, had a putt, gone out there, my heart was beating 3 times a second, right, when I was on this first tee. I've never been so nervous, right. After that, you know, once you got away, it's settled down a bit, started to enjoy the round, right. The greens, the course, everything. Water, the Trilby people, it's been fantastic. I haven't enjoyed myself like this ever at a golf event.
Well, he's certainly enjoying himself. Right, Jeff Harvey, tee shot, first playoff hole. This is the big time. Nice rhythm. Shouts of no and a little bit left.
Next to tee is Greg Rowe. Woo!
Hi there, my name's Greg Rowe. I'm 47 years of age. I play at West Kent Golf Club and I play off a 6 handicap. Yeah, the day was very good, thank you very much. It was a slow start. I had one blob the first, 3 points after 3, 10 points after 8. Finished up with 36 points, so I had a very, very good back 9. The major ambition today was to not make a fool of myself, to not get into Rogue's gallery. So to be standing in this position is a real bonus for me.
Well, Greg, the low handicapper, plays off of 6, gets 5 shots, but no stroke holes at 10, 11 or 18, so he's playing off scratch. Very popular spot, that left of the screen at 10.
And on to the tee, our shootout winner, Mr. John Dewberry.
Hi, my name is John Dewberry at Brookman's Park Golf Club in Hertfordshire, 12 handicap and 46 years old. I think that the driving was good throughout, but the sort of the wedge play left a lot of 85 into the pin, a few hundred yards into the pin, and all sort of executed them really, really well. Still haven't quite got the speed of the greens, but got to be very pleased with 35.
2 shots for John in the playoff at the next 2 holes. No one on the green yet, and still nobody on the green. That's a pull for the left-hander. Gets a little break there, though. That's turned out to be much better than he first thought. So chipping and putting for the 4 finalists. First up, Scott Wolford. Come on down. So that left for his part. After a decent little pitch shot, right of the green. Greg Rowe, much closer to the hole. And just pops it up in the air and gets a little bit of purchase. This is incredible, and that's going to be a tap-in par. That's why he's a 6 handicapper. Dewberry. See if he can turn this into a par, the left-hander. Much less loft. Oh, now the first rule of chipping and putting with a flat trajectory is you've got to pitch it on the green. Caught the fringe, long way short. It's all about the nerves. Who can cope with it? Jeff Harvey. That's quite canny as well. So 1 stone dead and quite a bit of work for the others. Dewberry's par putt. It's not going to be a par. He had that casino chip in his mouth, maybe for luck, but it didn't work out. Wolford, next to go. Glove on when he's putting. Some players like that. Drops a shot, so 1 over par with 2 to play, Wolford, but he has 2 shots to come. Harvey getting 2 shots as well. He'd be in a really good position if this went in. Oh, come on. Just needed hitting. Over par with 11 and 18 to come. Jeff Harvey. John Dewberry. Massively important, this. And he misses double bogey. So 2 over par with 2 to play. And surely this is just a tap-in for the best chip of the lot. Greg Rowe with no shots to remain level. And he will lead. But he'll be up against it because the other players have all got 2 shots. He has none. with 2 to play. So to the 11th. Par 4. 359 yards. And a driver. Greg Rowe. Early shout, 4 left. Looks like it might have avoided all the Bundy. Same club for Wolford, but with a stroke. That's the anti-left swing, that one. And the right-hand side into the longer fescues. Now, Jeff Harvey, here's your chance. Stand up there and just flush it right down the middle. Well, that's the best of the lot. Nearly getting onto the fairway. I'll take that. 2 over Dewberry after the first par 3. Left-hander. And that's a low hook. A mallard. Almost a duck hook. That's what I should have done. That one. Right, the second for Scott Wolford from here. Now, was the contact good enough? Could he keep the club face straight? The answer is no. Oh, a satisfying wink, though, to the caddy as if he knows what he's doing. Dewberry second. Oh, dear. Oh, no. That's almost a rogues gallery entry. Quite. Harvey from the better side of the fairway. Jeff Harvey 1 over par after 1. So he's there for 1. Oh, and this is getting better and better and better. Putt for a net 2. Greg Rowe off scratch in these 3 holes. Just trying to guide that one towards the target. Nice easy rhythm. Bouncing it down out of the rough, and that's well thought out. Very well thought out. So 2 shots in really good condition. Dewberry's attitude's got to stay really good here. Trying to bend it around the tree. Centre stump. And he's playing his way out of this. Now he's 4th. Gets dark soon. Oh, is this going to the right? Oh, it's a career shot. He's pulled out a career shot out of the bag. Has a shot. Well done. Good recovery. Wolford needs an up and down, really. Scott with a shot. They get back to level. Down you come. Go on. Kick on. So a putt for a net birdie. Tension building here in the playoff. This is the Wolford par putt. Unlucky. But a 5 net 4, still +1 as he was after the first playoff hole. 1 hole to play. But will he be behind, and by how many? Putt for Greg Rowe to go under par gross and under par for the playoff. He had it, you know, he had it. 2 pars in a row for Greg. Leading at the minute. But Jeff Harvey's got a very makeable putt for a 3 net 2 to go under par for the playoff. Can he make this? Well, it's a 4 net 3. Unlucky. But tied at the top, Jeff Harvey. All the smiles have turned to winces and grimaces because the pressure is on. 2 over par for John Dewberry with a hole to play. And we'll see who will be the champion of Kent when we come back.
The Perfect Gentleman's Playground. The Perfect Gentleman's
Two players on level par heading down the final hole of the playoff. Greg Rowe playing off level. Wolford, Harvey and Dewberry all have strokes. So 332 yards. Not a long par 4, just a positional one. And Greg trying to put it in play with a fairway wood. Oh, turning around the corner. Look at this. Skating down the fairway. Jeff Harvey not easing up with the fairway wood. He's got all he's got here. Driver. Just stay there. That's all right. Jeff Harvey has a stroke. So does Scott Wolford, who's just one shot back. He's pulled this. Might be lucky. He might be lucky from there. Left-hander, John Dewberry, playing this one with a small-headed fairway wood. You've got to think he's got to make a birdie net 2 to finish it the worst on level par. Could happen. It isn't long, they can all reach easily. It's all about lies and line, and Dewberry to go first. Well, that's full tilt with a wedge. Might be bunkered, that. If it is, he's struggling. Wolford's tee shot a little tight. See if he can turn this round the corner. Oh, he's got the draw finish to that one. Oh, he's played one. That's a golf shot from there. Very well done, Scott Wolford. So they're in net 1. What an opportunity for Jeff Harvey. Tied at the minute on level par. On the green. And 2 putts. He might be under par. That's a wide. That at the wrong time was the wrong shot. Disgusted. Best tee shot was from Greg Rowe. Having to play against the other 3 players with no shots, strokes. And he played that very well. So a 10-footer for a birdie. As long as he puts that divot back, greenkeeper let him off. Wolford, a long way away this putt. And 2 putts gets him back to level par. Might do. He might well do from there. Dewberry's races run, you fancy, even if he pops this in. Just missed the bunker. Not now, he hasn't. And that'll be enough of that. John Dewberry. Consolation prizes, a place in the World Championship final. So then there were 3. Harvey settling down in the bunker. Little too much ball before the sand, and that's heading in for a beer, a quick beer. Even with the stroke from the perfect position. 6 net 5, so he finishes +1. Rowe for the birdie. And possibly the win. Well, that was not only not in, it's not dead. So Wolford to finish level par with his stroke here. Oh, a delicate touch, and it's in. It's in. Big support for Scott Wolford. A little bit of work to be done. If this misses, Wolford wins. So massive pressure on Greg Rowe. But he was up to it. 3 pars in the playoff hole. Yes, that's what it's all about. So between 2, Wolford and Rowe. So after the first extra hole, all square. Back to the 18th again. Rowe with his tee shot. Oh. And there's a hazard there, and that looks like it's gone in the hazard. Gutted. What a chance for Wolford. Just find the fairway. Not sure. Way right. And that also is in the hazard, but is it wet? Don't know. So 2 loose ones. Well, Scott Wolford in the end finished not in the water on a hanging lie, so is second to the 18th from inside the hazard. Oh, and it's a shank. What a time to hit a Lucy Lockett. Now it's definitely in the hazard. So he's played 2. But where does he drop it? Don't tell me this is playable as well. Meanwhile, Greg drops out for 2. This is where Wolford's second finished, while he's working out what to do from there. Greg Rowe playing his 3rd. It's just a little bunt forward, really. So they're in 3. He's having a go at it. 3rd shot for Wolford. Inside the hazard, can hardly get the club on it. Well, somehow he spooned that one out. So he's back on level terms. Now playing his 4th. After being in a hazard twice. Very difficult to stop that there. That was so unlucky. So he's got a putt for 5. Meanwhile, this is Rowe's 4th. And he really was in a driving seat there because he was in much better shape. Bogey putt coming up. And that's going to be a 6. So Wolford, amazingly, with a putt for a 5. And the championship. And the local man comes up with the goods. Scott Wolford is the Trilby Tour champion of Kent for 2015. Cue the crowd.
We've reached the point in the 2015 Trilby Tour where we have just one regional championship left, next week at Sprowston Manor. Then it's all over to Forest of Arden for the World Championship final. Fear not though, for after that we still have the Trilby 2's Pairs competition from Hull, our Rogues Gallery special and a brace of match play events from Rockcliffe Hall. Tons more Trilby before this year is done. Now let's hear from the new champion of Kent, Scott Wolford.
Numb, speechless, emotional, overwhelmed. I think I'll wake up tomorrow morning. It probably hasn't happened, to be honest.
Play was not up to Kent's usual high standard and we struggled to find a shot of the day, but decided this excellent tee shot from Mark Nichols on the 17th deserved special mention. Now let's fill that gallery with a few rogues, starting with Mark Slater, whose tee shot on 17 was never actually seen coming down from that tree. Ian Hunter's approach on the 15th green did come down from this tree, eventually. Ian again on 17 trying to wipe out the 2014 champion of Kent, Nick Francis. Oh, jealousy can be a terrible thing. And while we really don't want to look like we're picking on him, it would be remiss of us not to show you Ian's second on the same hole. We'll leave the boy alone now. What we liked most about Sam Robinson was the way his terrible golf skills brought on this exaggerated display of remorse. Has more chance of winning an Oscar than the Trilby Tour. Next, Adrian Davis decides that his shot to the 17th was so overhit he's going to go back up the fairway towards the tee. It would be a cameraman effort here from Chris White, but sadly it fails to hit Ant by at least 2 feet. And talking of cameramen, we pay them good money to follow balls in the air, so when they completely miss one like Doogie here, it's only fair that they're punished with a severe whack on the shins. A shot on the 7th by Marsden Ebner that's a danger not just to the cameraman, but 3 buggies, a fellow player, a golf bag and 2 spectators. Quite an effort there. Now, if you watch Dean Brewer carefully here in the 14th, you'll see him almost decide to punish that ball by hitting it again while it's in the air. See, he was tempted. Frankly, I don't know who hit this one on the 7th, but we're happy to stay ignorant it was that bad.
A puzzle from Trilby regular Gareth Evans, who hit his tee shot so badly it took thorough investigation to ascertain that it hit a tree and bounced into a bucket of practice balls on the putting green. Get your pick, Gareth.
And finally, proof that even the great mess-up as a Trilby legend, James Killer Ghost, bottles it on the 15th. Let's not dwell on his embarrassment. Let's talk to William.
Local boy, local hero, local favourite. His day, Scott's day. Scott Wolford, well done to you. Kent man, King of Kent, again, same as last year. Yeah, a brilliant day for all. I think everyone had a really nice time.
Next week, it's the final regional championship of 2015, and where better to see off the heats than at Sprouston Manor for the Championship of Norfolk. Between now and then, you can assuage your Trilby cravings by checking www.williamhunttrilbytour.com until the cows come home and tuck themselves into bed. We'll see you next week.
Chris, great to see you back.
Great to be here, Will.
World champion 2012.
10, I think it was, yeah.
Was it?
It's a long memory.
Do that again.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.